first of all, what really we would like to understand is what made you look for an accessibility solution for your clients in the first place?
Right. First of all, thanks for having me here, Eli. I'm Andrew Anderson. I'm with IQ Marketers. You can find us at iqmarketers.com. The issue is that you have to comply with the ADA in the U.S. Virtually every single website that's out there that offers a public service, as you know. And as you also know, with hundreds of thousands of lawsuits and costing, tens of thousands of dollars, I think we have a fiduciary responsibility to find the best solution for ADA compliance.
hmm hmm Yeah, that definitely the right way to go, and I see that you guys have been pressing really hard, and we really appreciate that as well. And just generally, I think it's a fantastic way to go, versus after the fact and having to get the raw end of the stick there, right? And it's right,
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah. Go ahead.
Well, we just got done going through a couple of our clients' websites out in Denver, actually, and within like that 2 week period, there had been 50 lawsuits in just one county, so they were more than relieved. Also, too, we're talking about the little bit of the negative here, and that's real. I mean, there's going to be hundreds of thousands of cases because attorneys can make a lot of money off of this, and it can put companies out of business. But the flip side of that is, though, when you make your website accessible, you're gaining access to millions and millions of consumers that there's very little, if any, competition for
hmm
them, and they have money to spend too. So we look at it as a win-win. It makes it more accessible, and not just for people with disabilities that you would think have disabilities, but a lot of the consumers in America now are 50 years and older, and a lot of the accessibility issues are because they can't see websites without their glasses and stuff. And by doing that, they're gaining a lot more time on site, and so it's definitely a win-win-win for everybody involved.
Yeah, that's way more eloquently put than I can possibly put it. Or maybe I can, but you did a great job there as well. And you actually answered my next question, which is why it's important to make your website accessible, or your client's websites accessible, right?
Right.
So you hit it right on the nose as far as it opening up to 20% of the population. 1 out of 5 people, in the world actually has some form of disability that hinders their ability to appropriately or effectively access the web, and not to mention all of the money that they're leaving on the table. It seems like kind of a no-brainer to make their websites accessible. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't know about that, and it's up to people like you and me to go ahead and spread out the word and really get the gears going, right? So
Absolutely.
that's
Yeah.
great. Yeah. May I ask you also? I'm sure that you looked for other alternatives in the marketplace. What made you choose to partner up with us at accessiBe?
Well, we've got a wide range of clients, and a lot of them have multiple sites where they're located.
Mhm,
And we looked at the rest of because we look at the back end too. We go in and make the sites accessible, and then we bring in accessiBe as the insurance on that, and just to make
mhm,
sure everything's fine with it. And when we looked at the other products, and they just don't have as much going on with accessiBe. I mean, accessiBe is so much higher as far as the level of compliance and the professionalism involved, just the look and feel of it, and it was the best product on the market. And we looked, I think, at 5 or 6 other ones and tried them out extensively, and tested them. Our team tested them,
mhm,
and they just fell short. It didn't provide a good experience for the client or the potential website users. One of the other things too that accessiBe does
mhm,
is we put a lot of time and effort into SEO, and if you're compliant with the ADA, it's great for SEO and vice versa. And what happened was accessiBe doesn't mess with the work that we did with that. The AI
mhm.
is intelligent enough to not mess up our work, whereas every single other one that we tried fell short in that arena. And if you don't rank well, that's another thing. It's great to be
Mhm.
ADA compliant, but if no one's seeing your website, what's the use of it?
Exactly, exactly. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm really glad to hear. Andrew, thank you very much for taking the time to do this. It's not taken for granted, and The way that we'd like to continue this is really try to strengthen each other, and anything that we can do for you at any time, you know where to find me as always. And yeah, let's keep this going. Thank you very,
All right.
very much. Yeah,
Awesome. Thank you. Have a
yeah.
great day.